Welcome to Coffee with Blaine. This is Coffee. I am Blaine, and this is Coffee with Blaine. David, what's up? How you doing, buddy? How you been? I have been. Good morning, Megan. How are you today? How's it going? Guapo Boy 773. What's going on? Brett, good morning. Heck yeah. It's been a minute, guys. I was looking on my little thing, and I have to adjust the date and the info every time on the Restream app, and it said my last live stream from my computer was 3/18. So it's been close to like 2 weeks that I've been gone. Did you guys miss me? You're probably like, God damn, finally we get a break. Cleaning, huh, Megan? I like it. Good morning, Maureen. Good morning. Heck yeah, guys. Samantha, good morning. How you doing today? Music electronica. Unfortunately, I'm not a DJ. I'm not gonna play any music per se. We just I'm a musician, and we just kind of talk about life and random stuff, things about being a musician. So if you ever had any questions about what it's like to be a professionally touring musician in the United States, that's kind of my thing. So if you do have any questions about life on the road or life from that perspective, please feel free to ask, bro. Drinking some Monet. Good morning. Drinking some amazing coffee that Candace had sent to me for my birthday. No English. That's okay. I only know English, unfortunately. But thank you for popping on at least and leaving a couple comments. I appreciate that, even if we can't understand each other. Always, you're so busy, Megan. It's crazy. So, for those of you who may not know, I'm sure you all know, but I've spent the last week, excuse me, diving into the next Hyrie album with the amazing crew of people, and we've been just kind of working overtime, 12-hour days, sometimes more, on the new tunes. I know, Allison. I've been an enigma lately. I kind of needed a little break, honestly. I was just feeling very overwhelmed with the Hyrie album recordings and leading up to there, and all the gigs with Doa and Ross Rebel and recording projects on the outside of that, and just trying to balance all of that has been crazy. But I'm glad that you guys are here with me. Not as busy as Kaylin. No one is as busy as Kaylin, Megan. Joe Dirt's 2K, good morning. I feel like being busy in our society seems like this weird badge of honor. Everybody's trying to be busier than the next person. So everybody is always trying to almost like a competition, like who comes in first place for busyness. Amanda, good morning. So like, I don't know. It excuse me. At a certain point, it's like, are you trying to prove to yourself that you're busy enough? Or are you trying to prove to others that you're extremely busy? Like what is the end goal? In my case, I feel like I'm trying to justify and explain that the life that I live isn't as carefree as society would tell you. So like people are like, oh, you must just jet around and do nothing all day and then strum a couple chords once a week or something like that. And in my case, I try to explain this stuff to kind of be like, hey man, this isn't cake. This isn't like a no stress, carefree job. But I also run the risk of trying to overinflate my busyness as well, and I think we all kind of run that risk. Do you guys feel that way? Feel the need to be productive? Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm the type of person that if I'm not doing something, I'll just make up something to do. And then I'll be like, oh man, I'm so busy. Stephanie, good morning. How you doing? Thank you for joining from YouTube, by the way. Do you do that, Stephanie? Do you overinflate your busyness to people? Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I'll say it. And then I'll be like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? I'm not really doing all of that today. It'd be nice if I could do it all today. Geraldine, good morning. Thanks for joining. My kids keep me grounded, or Lord knows where I'd be. Oh, don't be throwing Kaylin's name under the bus, Allison. We're here to talk about ourselves. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Stephanie. Now, why is that? And how much of that stuff needs to be done? And if that stuff realistically isn't getting done, is it really on the list for the day? And why do we push ourselves so hard? And why do we feel the need to share that with all the people? You know? And why isn't the person who requested me to do this live stream not here? I gotta hit her up. DK was like, why aren't you live streaming today? I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't going to. My parents always told me I was lazy when I wasn't busy doing something. Chelsea, there we go. Thank you for dropping into the convo like that. That's super nice. Galen, good morning. We're talking about busyness. Matt Duran, good morning. And why does our society need to put this mantle of who's the busiest Who's got the most stuff to do? Why is there this competition? Well, I did this today. Well, I have to do this and do this and do this. And I don't know. I always get overwhelmed with it and everything ends up being fine regardless. It's pretty ridiculous. I think we want to be superhuman and do it all, almost as if saying it makes it all possible. That's very insightful, Stephanie. I like that. Amanda, good morning. Always busy. Why are you always busy, Kaylin? Why? Is it just because you have to be doing something? And if it's something that you have to be doing, then why look at it like a chore? That's the other thing. We always like, oh, I got to do all this stuff. And then we always act like, I'm just talking about me. And then I always act like, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that. And it's some sort of big chore or big pain in my ass. But I'm the one who wants to do that. I'm the one who puts that on my list. I'm the one who thinks that it's important enough to be done. And I'm the one who chose the life as part of the thing to do, if that makes sense. Many people focus on money. Busy might equal money. All right, David, I can take that. It's wired into all of us make goals. But why do we list it out and compare lists like it's some sort of measuring contest? You can be busy making time for. I'm so busy. I gotta go to the spa, and then I have to go to the massage parlor, and then I have to go to the mani-pedi place. I'm too busy today. Why do I have to be so busy? You wouldn't understand. We get to do all of this stuff. Dr. Lifted, Twitch gang. Hell yeah, bro. That's the thing that I'm curious. Why aren't we excited to do this stuff? Even if it's stuff we're excited about, when we talk about it, we're talking about like, oh, I have to do this. You wouldn't under. And in reality, it's like, man, I get to do all this stuff. I'm blessed to be able to do most of this stuff. I get it. Like you'd be like, oh, I gotta scrub the toilets. I don't want to do that either, but you gotta gotta do it, right? But like, I shouldn't be like, oh, I gotta go record this track. I gotta be like, oh, I get to record a track today. I could be scrubbing the toilets, you know? Twine, good morning, sir. How you doing, man? It's been a minute. We got to catch up at some point. Brittany, good morning. Amanda, good morning. Such perfect timing with this topic. I love not having to prove what I'm doing and just do stuff in the background and just do things that bring people joy. I like it. I like it. I love my job and why I am busy. Super grateful. Heck yeah. Gonna get my hair did for the first time since lockdown and take the kids on an adventure, either to hike or find geocache. I don't know what geocache is, but it sounds like Pokemon Go. DK's on Twitch too. Must not compare apples to oranges. It's all a gift. I get that stumped mindset too. I know it's weird, right? Like to me, it's weird. It's weird when I do it. and I get sucked into it, and I see all my friends doing it. Everybody in the band does it for the most part. I think with the exception of maybe Chris. I don't know that I've ever heard him do that. He might, but I'd have to ask him. But I don't remember ever hearing him do that. Chris has a very unique perspective on things, and I always dig it. But I want to say pretty much everybody else in the band does it. Everybody else in almost every band I've been in does it. Maybe it's because those are the type of people that I gravitate towards, the people who are getting shit done. And I mean, maybe it's part of the mindset of the people who are making things happen. Maybe we just take too much stuff on our plate, and then it all piles up because we took on too much in the first place. I don't know. If you don't have a day to do things that speak to my soul, if I don't have a day to do things that speak to my soul, I can't recharge. I love accomplishing things on my to-do list. Yeah, I mean, accomplishing this stuff is a great feeling, for sure. But it's like, why, when we talk about it, do we not talk about it in that light? Why do we always talk about it as if they're chores? And we're bogged down by this imaginary, self-imposed thing when we talk about it to other people. Like here, like I'd be like, oh, I gotta do this and this and this, and it's like, why don't I just say, oh man, I put way too much on my plate, I gotta catch up, and then start to lighten my load, so I can get back to enjoying all this stuff or something. I don't know. We can always be busy, but it's a balance. I'm a professional organizer. Some people need to let stuff go, while others probably need to write a list of what they need to get done. Yeah, I mean, do you think that's why the attitude that we take on happens? Or Cassie, or is it more are we doing it wrong and that's why we're viewing it wrong? Or are we viewing it wrong, and if we change our view, then the work becomes easier? Here's the other thing that I do. When I'm listing out stuff, if it doesn't seem like it's enough stuff when I'm talking to somebody else, I'll just start adding stuff. And then I'll be like, oh, well, actually the next 2 days I got to do that, but I'll just list it today and pretend that like I have to do it all today. Just add my stuff with the number of things, and then, or I'll take something and I'll break it down. I'll be like, I got to do this. Well, actually, to do this, I have to do this and this and this, because it, like, I feel like they don't think that that's enough. Do you guys do that? Is this just me? We need more Twitch love. Hell yeah, we do. It's easy to feel comfortable and not progress. That is true. Are we that afraid of being in the trap that we overinflate things? Human nature. Keeps me from spinning the wheels in my head, Dylan. I find that some people, myself included, can feel uncomfortable with their own thoughts running freely. Yeah. That's the old saying, when idle hands are the devil's playground. But is it because that's been ingrained into us and there's that fear? And does it have to be mind-numbing work? For me, I guess I could also just play video games and be as distracted. I don't think I've seen Chris in a bad mood. I wouldn't go that far. I've definitely seen Chris in a bad mood, and it's probably me that has put him in that multiple times. Because I stubborn. Been making so much happen from this couch. Hell yeah, DK. List it all out for me. Is it because we live in a society where we're constantly jealous and in competition with people rather than being excited for people? Do you think there'd be less of this talk? Irie Days, what's up, bro? Would you think there'd be less of this talk if we were to do something like I'd be like, oh, I got this and this and this to do. And then someone else would be like, oh, yeah, well, I have this and this and this to do. Do you think it would stop if that second person would be like, oh, damn, man, you got this. It's going to be good. Proud of you. Do you think that would stop the trend? Could we end this endless cycle before it begins? You follow GPS. Oh, we're back to the game. You follow GPS hints and find stashed little container as a list for you to sign and date something. Have little trinkets that you can take, but replace it with something. Oh yeah, it's like the real Pokemon Go, not the digital one. Love it. I've seen these guys play those on some trails that I've hiked. It's awesome. Does build collective momentum. Okay, here's a positive spin. When you share your passions, though, maybe that's why it's a thing. But when you share them, shouldn't you feel accomplished and excited rather than daunted and burdened? You know what I mean? How was El Paso? Was there measurable productivity? There was a lot of productivity. Here's my let's see. We spent 12 plus hour days. There were a couple days where Andrew and I were kind of at it till like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, which was awesome. I'm excited. I wanted to spend as many seconds in that studio as possible. I went had some amazing jam sessions, playing old jazz standards with Aaron Dugan. Had one with Andrew too. Got to learn a bunch of different perspectives from 2 platinum award-winning artists, and got to work on a couple songs co-wrote by another platinum award-winning artist. Basically, my whole experience was learning as much as possible. Loved every second of it. And we basically finished all of the tracking for the entire album. So it was pretty productive. And I'm excited about that. Recharging is super important for productivity in general. Prioritizing works. Wonders for a busy person. Heck yeah, Chelsea. Yeah. Honestly, that's kind of one of the reasons I was taking a little podcast break. I was feeling overwhelmed leading up to this recording session. I did have a lot to do. I had to learn the whole Ross Rebel set. I had to learn the Doa set, and I had to relearn the high reset that we played, plus all of the new tunes, which was for me was a lot, but I was excited to do it. But I had to cut something out to do all of that. So that's why I hadn't been live streaming that week prior to the week. And when we were there, I just wanted to be in the moment. So instead of doing it and complaining about it, I just didn't do it. Yeah. I personally will check out from doing something, but then come back and finish it strong. It just takes some mental capacity to make it happen. It does. And the mind frame too, right? Sometimes it'll take months for my mind to finish said thing. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, if the stress of something is going to cause us to lose our our mental position, or overload us in some way, then we got to figure out a better way to do it. And we also got to take a minute and think about why we're doing it. Because there's a couple times when I get overwhelmed that my emotions will take over and I will do or say something completely stupid because my mind is just overshot. And yeah, it's like I got to step out for a second. It took several years to get my website done, which only took 2 actual days to do. And during that whole time, did you, when you were listing stuff out to people, be like, oh, and I got to put up my website? I've done that. That's the only reason I'm asking. Like, that's the whole purpose of this podcast, right? Or this live stream, is to talk about these things and grow together as people. One of the purposes. That's why I do it. And that's why I'm super excited that you guys join me and we can have these conversations, because it really, really helps right here. It's a very selfish reason to do things, but I'm hoping it helps you guys as well. Oh, yes, Dr. Lifted. Welcome to the morning voice hour. My work is so interesting and I like it, but it's also overwhelming. I struggle to find a good work-life balance and feel like I'm wasting my free time. Sunday morning, smooth jazz voice. I stay busy so I don't go insane. All right. Yeah, so here I did too much of that voice. So here it is, Kaylin. If you stay busy so you don't get insane, but then you negatively list out the things that you do because you're so busy and always go around saying, I'm so busy. Isn't that a good thing? Shouldn't you be going around and say, I'm so lucky that I get to stay so busy to keep my head in check? Less unhealthy competition, more collective inspiration. I feel like everyone in my family reacts positively like that. We are all each other's biggest supporters. Love that, Stephanie. Love that. Yeah. And once again, if you're like, why is he calling me out? I'm not calling you out. I'm calling myself out. This is the way that I act. That's why I'm saying it. Because this is the thought processes that go through my mind, especially being crammed on a bus with people for most of my 30s. Good morning, Becky. Hopefully you're doing well. Philosophical coffee. That's going to be my next flavor. I don't even have my coffee yet. What am I doing here? Oh no, what are you doing here? I'm so excited to hear it. You almost don't need coffee. These chats are like caffeine. But go get that cup filled. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. All about balance. Don't lose the spark. Rebel is actually wanting to talk biz right now, so I'm going to have to go back to work. Have a great rest of your day. You too, Stephanie. You too. Maybe the measure of stress should match the reward of meeting that task. Reflection does wonders. That flame is still gravitating towards you. Keep up the good work. Self-care is the most selfless thing we could give to others. Nice, Irie Days. I'm manifesting you coming out to play the new version of the venue y'all kicked off the Dreamer Tour. Oh, yeah. Gonna see Iatera and Ellie Mac in 2 weeks. Nice, Allison. Yeah, hopefully we get to check that new spot out. Shad, how you doing, bro? How you been? Hopefully well. Verbiage is everything. Yeah. What do they say? Words are spells. I always thought that was so cheesy until I thought about it. And it's true. Like the things that you say, even ironically, can eventually have an impact on the way you view things. And if you go back and listen to what you said, you can also be like, see how that could be misconstrued, not the way that you meant it. So choosing your words wisely is definitely helpful and something that I'm not good at. Cherry pepper for me. Cherry pepper. Cherry Dr. Pepper? Beth. I see. Been crocheting like crazy. Love that. Your crocheting is awesome, by the way, Becky. Super dope. Thank you for posting. That's why it's called spelling. No, that's not why it's called spelling. See, and then I get bogged down in the ridiculousness of the sayings rather than the meaning of the sayings. Someone always takes a great thing and then just slaps on something ridiculous, and then that just turns me off from the whole meme. Because that's the kind of awful person that I am. Oh, goodness. All right. While we're here, I do have something, a little change of pace. It's a mystery box. And as we all know, a boat is a boat, but a box could be anything. It could even be a boat. It's one of my favorite Family Guy lines. If you haven't seen that episode, totally missing out. Let's see if I have something to slice into this. Maybe the pen. They say that it's mightier than the sword. So we'll see. Oh, all right. I see you, pen. I see you. Too blessed to be stressed. Heck yeah, back. Punk and Beer Fest. That's definitely a way to get aggression. Ooh. All right, Blaine. All right. We got. Huh. Oh. These are electric 7-string strings. Yay. And we have some acoustic guitar strings. These are all from my friends at Ernie Ball, by the way. More acoustic guitar strings. More 7-string strings. Here's the old classic Paradigm 10 through 46. These are all Paradigms, by the way, from Ernie Ball. Some more 10 through 46. These are my general electric strings. I think these are all 10 through 46 as well. Boom. And the bill. Let's see. I got 10 electric guitar, 7 strings. I got 10 acoustic guitar strings, and I got 24 electric guitar strings. That should last me till fall. For those of you who don't know, Ernie Ball has been one of Hyree's biggest tour supporters and sponsors since I joined the band, honestly. And their Paradigm strings have been really, really good since they've come out. They have a thin coating on them. They sound great. The last, including this one now, the last 3 Hyree records were all recorded on Ernie Ball strings. Acoustics, electrics, etc. And now that I have the 7-string, I got some 7-string packs. This is the first official order of 7-string strings that I've gotten, but it's about time because the strings on mine are dead. Yeah. So big shout out to Ernie Ball, always hooking it up. Yeah, I'm totally as a member of Hyree, endorsed or sponsored by them. So all fair warning. I'm not trying to get you to buy anything. I'm just really grateful for them always hooking me up. And I genuinely dig their Paradigm strings. They're a bit pricey, but awesome. Jennifer, good morning. Duran, Jess. Nice Twitch name, by the way, Jess. Boxes are the best toys ever. It's a great kids book. This box has Amazeball toys. Wowzer. Heck yeah, Beth. Yeah. So yeah, that's it's one of the I have one of those jobs where the pay is not that great, but the perks are awesome. How often do you switch your strings? That's a great question, Cassie. I change my strings out generally once every 1 to 3 shows. Sometimes I can stretch it a week, but most of the time, because Ernie Ball has been so generous, I switch them out more often to minimize the chance of a string ever breaking. Since I started changing my strings so often, I've had very, very, very few incidents of strings breaking. But like on my acoustic guitar strings, I'll switch them out about once a month or 2, unless I haven't touched the guitar for a while. And then it's whenever I touch it again, I'll be like, I need to change the strings. I have very sweaty, oily hands too. I know people can go like 3 months between changes or longer, but yeah. Go back to how busy you are. Oh goodness. Yeah. I'm trying not to do that, Cassie. Trying not to talk about how busy I am. I will tell you how excited I am this week. This week I'm getting to finish up the recording and production for Rebecca Arscott on her 2 new songs that I'm working with her on. And then I get to start working on the production for Doa's next tune. And then I get to go and sit in with a band called the Good Tones, and help them do a little bit of arrangement and consulting on their tunes for their next album, which sounds like a lot of fun. And get to teach some lessons, which I'm excited for. And I get to hang out with you guys a couple times this week. I'm gonna try just for fun to go to the Muffin But Good Vibe show down here on Tuesday. Jess, you're seeing Doa tonight. Will you give everyone in the band hugs from me? Especially the bass player, because I've never met him. And that would be awkward, and that sounds fun. So definitely do that. Matt, yeah, you're going too. It'd be even better if you gave everyone hugs for me, especially the person that I don't know. Yeah, Doe is playing Phoenix tonight, which should be fun. I think Haley is gonna be there. Oh, DK, make Haley live stream the whole show or something for you, so you can join from your couch. You gotta recover. Super important. Yeah. My face itches. I'm gonna shave. I haven't shaved in a minute. These are now random thoughts with Blaine. We've talked about our topic. I've opened the box, and now I'm like, do I need to shave? Did I leave the stove on? This coffee's good. I need some PJ and Barb. I need some PB and J. Have a great rest of your Sunday. It was nice hanging out. It was nice hanging out with you too, Geraldine. Thank you for coming on and hanging and chatting. And I hope that anyone who pops on is able to leave in a better mood or mode than they came in here with, because I do, and I hope that you guys get a little piece of that too. What else? Oh, there is one thing that I am dreading. I need to do my taxes. I have some things to send my tax guy, and I need to do that by Monday, so I'm not late. That's something I'm dreading, but that's definitely not a competition, because we all have to do that every year. So yeah, PJ and B. After party at DK's house. Weeds, good morning. The new Weed song is dropping this month. I'm excited for that. I'm gonna have Weed on the live stream, so that we can chat about it, talk about all of his experiences with it, which I'm stoked for. Don't make me do stuff. Or are you talking about get on the after party? I got time. I'm telling myself I have all the time to do all the things. I need 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right. Reach, put up the link. Put up the pre-save link, sir. So that if anyone wants to, they can be all hooked up to pre-save the new single from Weege, Get Your Head Straight, which is what we do right here. We get our heads straight together a couple of times a week. I do have so much time. I just got to use it better. Trying to get 500 pre-saves for Get Your Head Straight. That's a great goal. I love that. All the saves. That photo I tagged you in of me in the Mojo Mornings hat was that Punk Fest. Nice, Allison. Love it. Heck yeah. Punky Brewster over here. So, what's your favorite part of Get Your Head Straight, Weege? This is a little pre-interview here. What's your favorite aspect of this song? What do you like most about it? In one sentence. Dun, 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 it's so quiet. Have you saved it, Joe? I'm slightly hungover. Me too, actually. Christy and I went out to a really fancy French restaurant in Kensington. I had duck confit and a bottle of wine. After doing some pregame wine across the street at the wine bar, I was like, why not? And I got like some ridiculous $60 bottle of wine at the restaurant. It was yummy. It's the outro. It has this momentous build up on the final hook. There it is, Weege. That's why, right there. That's why you guys got to pre-save this tune, because of the outro with this momentous build up. And the good news is, once this drops, there'll be like 10 other tunes dropping right one after the other. So be on the lookout for that. Getting my head straight on a vegan cookie. Love it, Beth. The song reminds me of when I was young and easily enamored. The song reminds me of when I was young and I had a full coat of enamel on my teeth before all this coffee. I still have yet to encounter drunk Blaine, but I'm sure I want to. No one wants to. No one wants that. You don't want no part of this, Dewey. Into a shithole bar with 3 cover bands. Missy really wanted to people watch. Nice. People were watching you. Drunk Blaine is fabulous. No, he's not. He's awful. Awful. He gets really excited to talk about snakes. That is true. If you ever wanted to know too much about snakes, give me some beer. Heather, good morning. Hi, Heather. I haven't seen my snakes in over a week. That's on my list to do today. They ate yesterday, so I didn't handle them. And now today I get to change out all their waters. I get to. I don't have to. I get to. And see, I'm teaching myself here. And then I get to hang out with them for a bit. And we'll see. We'll see how they are. Most of them I'm sure are going to be totally fine. But I'm just a couple of them. I hopefully the lack of handling hasn't set me back in their training. I find your lack of handling disturbing, young Skywalker. Dad jokes times 1,000. That's probably also true. If you didn't know, I have a history of dad jokes, and I send them to everybody on Instagram. I'm sure I sent it to you too, Weege. Today's gem, which was, I bought a pair of shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but they had me tripping all day. Replying to Chelsea. Chelsea plays tenor sax on this tune. I think some background vocals too. Nice work, Chelsea. Heck yeah. The sax sounds good. I really love the parts. Just a quick little side note, Chelsea. I made Mark go through about 5 or so revisions just on the EQ of your sax and the horn, so that it could sound as good as the lines that you played. He was pretty. You want to talk about overworked and overwhelmed? I'm sure at some point him and Weege were both like, "Stop with the horn tuning!" And I'm like, "No, make it better," because they're dope lines. I want you guys to be proud. Bear wants to know if you always knock on your refrigerator. If you don't remember, there's always a salad dressing. Because, yeah. I was just, oh man. Don't ever work with me, guys. I am awful. I got the first mix back and I was like, man, the horns sound like kazoos. Yeah, man. As a testament, I should say that the guy mixing, super talented mixer. He's just never mixed live horns before. He never recorded live horns before. So the first effort, it sounded good, but I was trying to get my point across as to how to open up the sound, get more of the frequency spectrum on the horn. So I was just like, these sound like kazoos, man. Take a listen. And then they couldn't unhear it, so it worked. But Blaine loves to toot his horn. I do. Oh my God, Becky. I don't even want to repeat that. I'm just gonna put it up so that everyone knows that it's your joke. Yeah, I can't have no kazoo horns on the album. All right, guys. I want to go play with my snakes. So I'm gonna be done with this whole live stream. Stick around, guys, for more live streams. I don't know about 3 a week moving forward. I think I'm going to shoot for 1 or 2 a week. I think we have more to talk about when it's spaced out a little bit. At least I have more to talk about. That we could make exceptions for interviews, obviously, but yeah, I think it'll be more more valuable to us. I know, DK. I know. Appreciate all of you guys for joining me, and thank you. Please go pre-save the Weege album or the Weege single, of which I'm pretty sure I played guitar on, and helped a little bit with production, I guess, arrangement, both. But yeah, it's really good. Can't wait for you to hear it. I know you guys have been waiting for a while. And if you're in the SoCal area, please check out the Muffin But Good Vibes show on Tuesday. I think Aaron Wolf is playing. And then finally, if you're around, I believe Phoenix tonight, go check out Doa's Daydream with, I believe, Rylan Out and Haley Green. Good stuff. I believe that's in Phoenix. And don't forget to post up in the commune what other good stuff is going on. And I want to see some crocheted stuff as well up there. It's in Tempe at the Yucca Tap Room. There it is. As always, feel free to hit me up and message me whenever. And I'm going to pop on my Patreon because I've been slapping on that. I got some behind-the-scenes footage going on for my Patreon members from the high recession. No Rylan Out. They were in Scottsdale. Okay. Cool. Yeah, see, I don't know. I just want my friends to go hang out with my other friends. But I don't know any details. Yeah, Patreon, it's getting down. I still have some appreciation letters to send out and a couple welcome letters to send out. So that's also on the goal this week. I'm so blessed for that. And I'm so blessed that you guys on my Patreon are so patient with me. Because I really appreciate you. And I want to let you guys know continuously how much I do appreciate you. You guys help me make music. I got another song, by the way, last minute song going into the mixing process that I didn't expect to go into the mixing process. I think it might end up a Dillinger's Hired Guns tune, but I was not expecting it to. But I was playing it for Weege the other day, and he's like, "Why don't you mix this and release it?" I was like, "I don't know, because it's just been sitting here for 2 years." So, yeah, there might be a surprise drop coming your guys' way with a special guest mixer. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna drop those tracks off to him to see what he does with it. Anyway, I'm excited. A lot of cool stuff coming up, guys, and I'm excited to share it with you. Thank you for all the support that you've done and given over these last few years, and pretty freaking stoked to share stuff with you. Luna Shade is kicking off their tour in 420 in Fort Collins, Colorado. At the Lyric, full tour is at Luna Shade Music. Thanks for letting us share here. No problem, Steph. Here, we'll pop this up real quick. I get a hold of Adam, and he was really digging it. So I'm going to send him those tracks. and he's gonna be like, see if he can do anything to him. Thanks for the suggestion, Weege. All right, guys, take care. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have an awesome week.